Hey Leos, welcome to your love reading for whenever you are drawn to this message. I hope you guys are doing great. We're going to do two spreads today. The first one is going to be for my super single Leo collective. If you're not thinking about or dealing with anyone, that reading might be for you. And then we'll jump into our not so single Leo collective. If you were thinking about casually dating, talking to, entangled with, etc., someone, that reading might be for you. But let's jump right into our super singles reading and pull some oracle cards to see what energy is surrounding this for you guys. The first card that we have out is Who's Walking Who? Control or power issues, resistant, unenthusiastic, being led on, getting pulled, or overwhelmed. Wow. All right, Leos. Second card out. We have full moon in Gemini. The answers you need are coming. And for your last card, we have two that came out. We have the Child and we also have the House. And so off the break, it's interesting because Aries also got the Child that came out in their overall energy. So it feels as though right now, Leo, you are sort of in a place of confusion when it comes to your romantic life. There seems to be a lot of resistance, and it might be because of some turmoil, some experience that you had in the past when it came to relationships. So when I see the Child, I don't necessarily know that it's like literally a child that's involved in this. I look at the Child as sort of the past. And with this card, we see a little girl who's happy. She's out catching butterflies. She's wearing this bright yellow dress and she's standing in this sort of grassy field, right? This is happiness. And so it feels as though once upon a time, there might have been a point where you were happy, you were stable, you were comfortable when it came to relationships. And that might have, for lack of better phrasing, sort of come crashing down around you. And it feels as though right now there's a very deep desire to recapture that innocence, that happy energy that you had when it came to relationships, and maybe even build a foundation with someone going forward, having that partnership that is safe and solid and secure for you. But there's some challenges in here, right? It feels as though there's still very much a struggle when it comes to finding people who you're compatible with that will actually help provide this for you, that you all can provide for each other. There's a sense of frustration that's attached to your romantic life, that's attached to your moving ahead in finding a partner. But it feels as though there's going to be a resolution by way of you getting information on what it is that you need to do to get back to this place when it comes to relationships. So let's dig in to some tarot and see what's going on. And we're going to first take a peek for our single Leo collective, where you are right now in your relationship journey. And we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So for lack of better phrasing, Leo singles, you are nowhere in your relationship journey right now, in that a good offer hasn't come through for you. That this Knight, with this wonderfully full cup, has not trotted up to your doorstep just yet and, sort of swept you off of your feet. This is you sort of waiting. This is you hoping, asking a lot of questions, maybe about why you can't have the type of solid and stable relationship that you're looking for. And for your challenges, we have three cards that came out for you. We have the Seven of Swords, we have the Nine of Cups, and we also have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So it feels like, again, there's a little bit of baggage here for my Leo singles. It almost feels as though you've given up on your happiness. There's a part of you that's just like, why bother? because the world is just filled with scam artists and people that lie and people that deceive and all of that. So there's this tug of war, right, between wanting this stability and wanting this happiness with someone and saying, why should I even bother? Because of the experiences that I've had before, because of the horrible people that I've encountered. Is it even worth it at this point? So one of the things that you might think about embracing at this point in time, okay, we're not going to take all of these. We're not going to take all of those. Let's try this again. What should Leo think about embracing at this point in time on her journey? Wow. Love. This is love. This is also the Strength card in traditional tarot. But this woman has sort of let her guard down with this big, potentially dangerous beast. Now, let me be perfectly clear, Leos. I'm not telling you to let your guard down around serial killers or dusties. Please don't do that. But this is a woman taking a chance. This is her embracing being open, taking the lessons that she's learned and the strength that she's amassed and using it to her benefit. She knows when to get up, right? You see her laying very comfortably on this lion, but trust and believe if he starts shifting, she'll get up and leave. She'll make sure that she's okay. But that's, fear of that happening is not getting in her way of seeing if she can make herself comfortable somewhere with someone. So I feel like Spirit is saying that now is the time for you to embrace your inner strength. It's time for you to embrace those lessons that you've learned so that you can open yourself up to love. Now, in terms of what it is that you might think about letting go of, we have the Three of Water. So Three of Water, Three of Cups in traditional tarot can be a card of celebration, joy, spending time with friends. It can also be a card that indicates a third party situation when it comes to romantic endeavors, right? So it feels as though if there was a point in time where you were invested in someone who was dealing with other people and you just happened to be the last one to find out about it, it's time to start moving on and healing from that. Because that sort of doubt, that memory seems like it's blocking you from being able to put yourself out there, being open towards other folks. We also have the King of Air and we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. So again, this King of Air, this is someone who does not mince words. And sometimes their words can be a little bit cutting. Their words can be a little bit cruel. So I'm feeling like however things ended with a past person it was traumatizing. It was like that the spark just died in like the worst way. And this person didn't seem particularly careful with your feelings. So all of that energy that has sort of put you in a place of uncertainty and not being particularly excited about the prospect of dating, if you actually want to date, if you want a relationship at some point, this is energy that you're going to have to think about putting to the side. So your best path forward, the Magician. This is transformative energy. This is taking all of the tools that you have and using them to better your life, to better your existence. So remember up here, we have this woman who has come out stronger for all of the things that she's been through and all of the lessons that she's learned throughout life and throughout dating. And I feel like Spirit is saying, this is for you, Leo singles. This is for you to take everything that you've learned, everything that you've been through, and use it to move forward in a much more smarter, in a much more confident way. You already have everything you need. You'll have the gift of discernment. So you won't have to worry about being led on or being overwhelmed or always having your guard up. You'll be able to identify those people who are right for you. You'll know if your time is being wasted. Now, looking at your potential future outcome, we have the 8 of air. This is the 8 of swords. This is someone who is sort of trapped in their own head, right? They're overthinking. So I think this is you holding on to this energy for a little bit longer before we have the king of fire. So this to me has sort of a dual message attached to it, right? This is you stepping back into your energy. This is you reigniting your own spark. This is you finding excitement in dating again. And I also feel that this is someone coming towards you that's going to sort of help facilitate that excitement, right? Where before we had the Knight of Cups in reverse, there was no offer of love coming in. And I do feel that there is someone who's coming along who's going to sort of help you ignite that spark. It's going to be someone that you're interested in. Now, whether or not this is your forever ever person, maybe, maybe not. But they are going to give you enough of a reason to get back out there into the dating game. This is going to be someone who is so intriguing that you're like, okay, this is worth exploring. Like, I like the vibe that they're giving off. I want to see what this could be. And so for your final card out, Leo singles, we have just for a moment, joy. And so again, I think this is you having that spark reignited. This is you feeling that glimmer, this childlike excitement that you've been missing out on. This is you stepping into this new transformative energy and embracing life, embracing getting to know people, allowing yourself to be open, but still being very discerning in who gets your time and energy. So this is all good, Leo. As long as you shake off this energy, you can recapture that excitement that you had once upon a time when it came to dating. And there's somebody who will come in who will actually help you do that. So I'm going to leave it there for my single Leos, and we're going to jump over to the not so single Leos and see what's happening in their life. Hey, not so single Leos. If you are talking to, dating, dealing with, entangled with someone else, this reading may be for you, but let's jump right in and pull some cards and see what's happening in your world. The first one out that we have is Puppet Master. Pulling your strings, narcissist, manipulation or control, assert yourself, and addictive relationship. Oh, Leo, we are coming out the gate heavy. Next two cards out, we have waxing crescent moon, have faith in your dreams, and we also have disseminating moon. Take time to breathe out. And let's pull one last card and see what's happening with you. And the final card out, we have the Garden. Okay, a lot of energy happening for you right now, Leo, not so singles. There is an element here of needing to sort of pause and reflect on what it is that you truly want out of a relationship. It almost feels as though there's an element of sort of settling because either you or the other person isn't confident that you can have everything it is that you want out of a relationship. And so what I see, especially with the Garden card, this is a paradise, right? You see this gateway here, this arch that has a path going into this amazing, beautiful, lush, wonderful place. And so I think that there is the opportunity for you to walk that path, to go through that gate and into this sort of nirvana. But there's a bit of a pause that needs to happen right now. And it feels as though you're dealing with someone. There's someone in your energy that is not truly for you. And this person may be blocking your pathway to get to this happy place. And the question that I'm wondering now, reading this energy, is whether or not you believe that you deserve better than what it is that you're getting from this person. Because it almost feels as though you don't. And this can be vice versa, but it feels like there's a bit of esteem issue that might need to be addressed. So let's see what the energy is between you two. Like where does your relationship with this other person stand right now? We have the High Priestess in reverse. So the High Priestess is she who knows, right? This is someone who is following their intuition. They're trusting their gut. They have knowing beyond knowing. And it feels like right now there's a lot of confusion. And I think that this might be on your side, Leo, that it's almost as if you might be ignoring red flags here in the relationship. And we also have the Eight of Pentacles. So it feels like somebody here is putting in a fair amount of work. And I think, Leo, that might be you. I just heard working blindly. So it feels as though you might, even though things don't feel quite right, even though I don't think that you're particularly happy in this interaction with this person, it still feels as though you're putting in effort towards them. Now, looking at the energy that you're bringing to the relationship, what energy are my Leos bringing to the relationship? We have the Four of Water. This is the Four of Cups. So this is usually the card of kind of sort of turning your back, not being too terribly interested in someone, but we also have the Hierophant. So this is the Hierophant is stability, it's foundation, it's an institution. And when we have it in the context of a relationship, it usually, we usually interpret it as marriage, right? The institution of marriage, that foundation of marriage. But at the same time, we have the Four of Cups, which is, typically somebody sort of rejecting. So there's a bit of mixed energy that's coming from you right now, Leo, where it's almost as if you're torn. It's like, I want something with this person, but I don't know if it's good for me. I don't know if this is truly what I need. So should I just say no to it? Should I let it go? Or do I keep working towards this foundation? And so far it feels as though you've still been putting in that effort, even if you're not sure if this is what you still want with this particular person. Okay, we're not going to take all of these cards, like 4 of them flipped out. So let's try this again. See what energy that Leo's person is bringing to the relationship. Where's Leo's person? We have the Nine of Fire. This is the Nine of Wands. This is someone who's tired. They're battle weary. They're still standing, but they don't have much energy for anything. It's kind of like the sort of last push. They're a little damaged. They're a very sympathetic figure. We also have the King of Earth in reverse. So this is a lack of stability. This is a lack of a solid offer, right? This is someone who's kind of on their last leg. They're just standing there. They're not really giving much. And it's, it may be a matter of they don't have anything more to give, or they just don't feel like it. But whatever the case, this person is not bringing an element of stability. They're not bringing that tangible to you. They're just kind of standing around, holding themselves up, biding their time, doing whatever. But it just, it doesn't feel like there's a whole lot of effort being given on their part. So looking at the potential for this relationship, interestingly, we have the Ten of Earth, the Ten of Pentacles. So that's actually a very stable foundation. That's the ultimate in abundance and achievement, right? But we have the Hanged Man in reverse, and we also have the Seven of Fire. So here's the thing. With this person, there is a potential for long-term stability and abundance. However, it is very much based on them making the choice to put more effort in. This is going to be based on them making the choice to actually to fight for this. I don't necessarily know that this is sort of within your control. This feels like it's entirely up to this other person. And there's a question of whether or not you want to stick around while they make that decision. Because as things stand right now, yeah, we have the Messenger of Air or the Knight of Swords in reverse. So it feels as though there is a lot of potential with this person, but they're going to have to make some changes. It does seem as though they are going to do that. But again, do you want to wait around while they make that decision? Do you want to wait for the changes? Or do you sort of want to go off about your own business and let them show you the changes that they've made? Because right now, it doesn't seem like you are in the greatest of places. Now, the lesson that you should think about taking from this, we have the Two of Cups in reverse. And let's see if we can clarify that. Let's see if we can clarify that a little bit for you. What lesson should my Leos take from this relationship? Wow, and we have love. So, okay, Leo, there's an element of patience here. There's an element of courage. It almost feels as though Spirit is reminding you that you're going to be fine. With or without this person, you are good. You are okay on your own. So don't let that be sort of the factor on whether or not you stick around and wait for this person's transformation or not. Spirit is saying that you're good, that you are strong, you are capable, and ultimately you know what's best for you. Even if sometimes you sort of ignore those signs, those warning flags that are telling you that you need to take care of yourself. Spirit is saying that you can do it. You don't have to be dependent or wait for anyone else. Now, as far as what else is hidden from you, we have the Five of Pentacles and we also have the Knight of Pentacles. So again, if you choose to continue dealing with this person, Leo, it's going to be a process. It's going to be a very slow haul. I do think, though, that if you start distancing yourself from this person, that they are going to feel that loss. They are going to feel left out in the cold, and that might be what prompts them to move forward with the Knight of Pentacles. And it's going to, again, it's going to be slow because remember we had this element of waiting and patience over here. So this person will move forward if you start drawing back your energy. It's up to you whether or not you want to entertain their transformation. So all that being said, there's a pretty good chance that if they pull their lives together, then things can work out wonderfully. But it's up to you what you want to do in the interim. Whether or not you want to wait around for them, whether or not you just want to sort of quietly go on about their business, going about your business and see how they act after that. This, the ball's kind of in your court. So the last card that we have out for you is Heart of the Moment. So I feel like this is Spirit asking you to examine where you are right now in terms of this relationship and how you're feeling. And we saw that a bit here, right? Take time to breathe out. This is you sort of exhaling and evaluating where you are in this present time. How are you feeling? What is it that you need to be different? What changes are you looking for? So Spirit is saying, don't think about the past. Don't sort of put rose-colored glasses on what the future could look like. Where are you right now? And what is it that you want for yourself? This is your time to breathe and evaluate. So I'm going to leave it there for you, Leos. I hope that this was helpful and I hope that it resonated. If it did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. But in the meanwhile, stay safe, stay healthy, and I am sending you all huge hugs.